Dear students of academics and competitive exams of English student, this is M. Rehman and you are attending the class Oracy classes of English language, and today our topic is translation based on compound sentence. Students, in lecture 1 you have gone through what is compound sentence and what is coordinate clause. After defining them, we are here to study compound sentence. Students, on this Oracy classes of English, you have everything related to literature and grammar, so please subscribe our channel, share, like and comment to us, and we will try to solve your problems in the comment box. Now please keep on watching Oracy classes of English language. Now let's begin translation based on compound sentence. Now students, in lecture 1 we have told you that conjunctions in compound sentence are of 4 types. Let's begin. First type, cumulative conjunctions. Students, cumulative conjunctions are those conjunctions in which we add something. Overall, in short, we can say that these conjunctions have a sense of and these can be written in many ways, and both space and, not only dash dash but also, as well as, and besides. Students, now see how we can use these conjunctions. I have written a single sentence, वह न केवल खेलने गया बल्कि उसने homework भी किया. Students, उसने isn't written here, as we can say compound sentence can be written in short. You can say if he subject is common in both the sides, then you can use on one side only. Maybe it may be awkward in Hindi and there should be written उसने. Now I can say that not only but also, and both and. Now let's begin with not only but also. He not only went to play but also did his homework. Students, it would be better to write usne because it is giving a good sense in Hindi. Without usne it's incomplete. He not only went to play but also did his homework. Now student, we see I have written in red color the conjunctions and the part of conjunction here, not only and but also. Not only one action but also another action. In this way we can say not only is used, that is in variety, at number 1, and but also is used, that is in variety, at number 2. It means whenever we have two things before first, it may be verb, it may be subject, it may be object, we write not only, and before the second we write but also. In this way students, our sentence is he not only went to play but also did his homework. Now we omitted he here. Students, compound sentence are known for its shortness, for its short size. How we can say so? We can say so because he is common and we haven't write he here, but we don't do this in subordinate conjunctions. We can write a compound sentence in short here. वह न केवल खेलने गया बल्कि उसने homework भी किया. Now see in next structure, he went to play and did his homework too. You write to or not, it's up to you, but the main sentence is he went to play and another action, he did his homework. I didn't write he here, and my sentence is he went to play and did his work. Two verbs are there. Because of using two verbs, it is called a clause, and a and the and conjunction shows its coordinate clause. That's why it is a compound sentence. Students, the second type of and is both first action and second action. He both went to play and did his homework. This can also be written like this. These sentences are very useful in your synthesis, in your transformation, in your translation, in your spoken, in your writing section. That's why it's very important to learn all this. Now let's see another type of writing the same translation into another structure. He went to play and did his homework as well. You can also write this and second action, and then at the last you can write as well. Students, you can also rewrite the same sentence in another type of translation. He went to play as well as did his homework. You can also write he went to play besides he did his homework. Students, all these conjunctions, if I say in conclusion that these conjunctions means and, these are the various forms of and. Now I have observed all conjunctions. In this only one sentence, वह न केवल खेलने गया बल्कि उसने होमवर्क भी किया. We have used all types of concerned cumulative conjunctions. Students, now let's understand adversative conjunctions second type. Adversative conjunctions are those conjunctions in which we have opposite results, in which we have two different ideas. If first is positive, second is negative. First is negative, second is positive. They are but, whereas and while. We put but, whereas and while in same category, and in B yet, nevertheless and however I put in the same category, still in next category, and did in D only. Now let's see how we can use these. Before we begin these adversative conjunctions, students, you come to know that we use comma before these adversative conjunctions. Okay, sometimes you see we don't find any comma before them, but if you have any question in punctuation, then we have to put comma before these adversative conjunctions. Adversative means which which creates opposition and contrast. वह खेल रहा है लेकिन, या you can say जबकि उसका भाई पढ़ रहा है. Students, when there are two actions, one is doing positive, second is doing negative, you can say one is doing negative, second is doing some positive action, but the action of the first person or the first thing doesn't create result of the second thing. Means the results of both the doers are different, and first action or second action doesn't depend on each other. वह खेल रहा है, it means उसका भाई पढ़ रहा है is not related to वह खेल रहा है. Both are different, both are free to do their work. That's why we can say he is playing लेकिन but while, whereas his brother is studying. The study of his brother is not the result वह खेल रहा है is not the result उसका भाई पढ़ रहा है. That's why in such a case I use but, while or whereas here in place of लेकिन और जबकि. Student, two things are there. You can think while I have used in adverb clause. Okay, of course you have used while in adverb clause, but student, that while shows duration in adverb clause and it shows time. While I was sitting, continuity of action. But students, here isn't any time clause, here isn't any duration. It is the opposite result or opposite sense of the first sentence, whereas is some other different type of sentence in comparison to the first. In such a case we use the same conjunction while in other sense. Okay, in the sense of but, then it is compound, and if we use it in time clause, it is adverb clause coordinate conjunction. Now students, we see उसने बहुत मेहनत करी परंतु किंतु फिर भी उसकी प्रशंसा किसी ने नहीं करी. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, वी सी देयर इज अ opposite result. He toiled hard yet nobody praised him. Students, it's expected that good results should be appreciated, but here it is not. In comparison to the first sentence A, you see वह खेल रहा है but उसका भाई पढ़ रहा है is not the result, but he toiled hard yet nobody praised him. It means in the second part a good result was expected, that his brother should be praised, he should be praised, but nobody praised him. It's adverse result, that's why it's adversative conjunction, and in such a opposite result we use yet, however, nevertheless, and before these conjunction we use comma. And one more thing is there, you can use any one of these three when you have opposite result. Now students, there is a next conjunction still. Sometimes students use still in place of yet, nevertheless and however, but there is a little difference between yet, nevertheless, however and still. What is the difference? Let's see. उसने बहुत मेहनत करी परंतु किंतु फिर भी उसकी प्रशंसा नहीं की. इट्स डन. वह थक गया है फिर भी कार्य में लगा हुआ है. Now the main thing between yet and still is, and if it is the difference between yet and still, it is the difference between still and all these three conjunctions, yet, however, nevertheless. And the difference is, in still the work continues from the first clause up to the second clause, but in yet the work finished in the first clause and second clause begins with a new beginning. Like उसने बहुत मेहनत करी, it means मेहनत is finished, किसी ने उसकी प्रशंसा नहीं की, next action begins. But now वह थक गया है, it means his tiredness continued, फिर भी काम में लगा हुआ है, and even being tired he is working, it means work is in continuous form. I am not saying that you use present continuous or past continuous. Tiredness continued from the first clause to the second clause. It means still means even in such a condition, and condition continues up to the last of the task. He is tired, still he is engaged in his work, or you can say he is busy. Now students, next conjunction, only. Only maybe you are trying to use for the first time. कोई भी शारीरिक खेल खेलो, केवल पबजी मत खेलो. It means play any physical game, comma, only do not get engaged in PUBG. I mean to say, if I write this sentence, it means it is in the sense of opposition, in the sense of but. Now this only becomes a conjunction, and it is a conjunction that particularizes something. Students, now you have gone through all these conjunctions, cumulative conjunctions and adversative conjunctions, and rest of the conjunctions and groups you will come to know in lecture 2 part 2. And students, the same lecture is available in Hindi version too. So you keep on watching Oracy classes of English language, and you can attend our Hindi and English lecture as well. And please subscribe our channel Oracy classes of English language and be updated with all the classes and all the topics. Thanks.